All right, we have a special treat for you this morning. We have Aaron Sproul here, marine biologist from the Sea Life Aquarium in Kansas City. Thanks for coming all the way down here and bringing in an aquarium with you this morning.
Yeah, this is our mobile touch tank. We call it our Ocean in Motion, so we can take it out to different schools, school carnivals, classroom programs, and do all kinds of different presentations with the various animals that we have available.
And you've actually brought some animals that we can handle.
Yep.
And that's something that you guys have at the aquarium as well.
Yeah, what I brought today kind of mimics a tidal pool, what you get. So basically the way a tidal pool is formed is when the ocean comes in, it'll basically fill up a hole next to the coastline, and then as the tide goes out, that hole will keep the water in. Well, the animals that are actually in that hole will remain in that hole until the tide comes back in and until they can move out. So these are some of the different animals that you would find within a tidal pool. We do have a lot of various animals, so one of the ones I think your favorite was the small horseshoe crab.
And can I pick it up?
Reach right in there.
Okay.
So
this is going to feel funny.
What's interesting is they call this the horseshoe crab.
Can I take it out of the water or keep it under?
Yeah, the crabs we can bring out of the water because they can survive out of the water. We want to keep the starfish and the urchins in.
Oh, wow.
But the horseshoe crabs are actually related to spiders.
No way.
Yep. So, and what's interesting about this animal is it actually has blue blood. So if it were to get cut or damaged or anything like that, it would actually bleed blue blood.
That's really cool.
So, and this is a real popular animal.
Sorry.
It's a real popular animal.
Oh, he got knocked upside down. I better help him out. Yeah, I wanted to look at the underside of him.
Yep, you can see the underside. So you have the gills. It has 8 legs like a spider.
So does his shell grow with him then?
Yep, the shells grow. It's an exoskeleton, so he'll shed it off, he'll molt, and it'll look like a crab shell in there.
Okay, let's see, what else do you have to help with that little guy? Sorry for dropping you earlier.
So one of the other ones, the other crab that we have here, if you want to pick that one up, that's actually called a spider decorator crab. And they're a lot of fun. They feel like little bitty spiders. What's really neat about them is if you notice, now he might pinch you a little bit, it won't hurt too bad. But if you notice how his shell's kind of fuzzy, what he'll do is he'll grab sponges and different rocks like that, and he'll attach it to him. So he's called a spider decorator crab, and he'll decorate himself. You can see like little shells. So he'll decorate him so he blends in. It's camouflage.
Oh, that's smart. He does. He looks all fuzzy.
Yeah.
That's really cool. So I didn't realize they were so closely related to spiders and crabs.
Yep.
Cool.
So they're fun.
Put him back down there. Oh.
We brought several different kind of starfish here, and we'll just want to kind of keep those close to the water.
Okay.
But this is an African red-tip star. So
now, is it true about starfish, if they lose one of their arms, they'll grow back?
It's true, yep. As long as we'll flip one over here. You can flip yours over. As long as you get part of the middle here, which is the mouth area, and where basically the innards of the starfish are, as long as you have that, then yes, it has the ability to regenerate. So a long time ago, when people were trying to get rid of starfish, they would pull them up, they'd cut them in half, or cut them in, slice them up, and then basically they just made those starfish more rampant in the ocean.
Oh, wow.
By doing that.
Okay, and this thing looks pokey.
Yep, so we have 2 urchins in here. We have the pencil urchin.
Do they need to stay underwater too?
Yep, they need to stay underwater, and we have the pincushion urchin. So what does that one feel like?
It feels like a pincushion.
That's okay. So that's our pincushion urchin. What's really neat is, I don't know if you can see it, but if you can see it has little arms all around it. They come up.
Yeah.
They're a little clear. And what it does is...
Oh, like deep in there. Okay.
Yep, they move around.
Looking things.
So this is a neat animal because it lives in the tidal pools. It's able to get kind of like sunburnt, so to speak. Oh. So what it'll do is it'll find shells, and you can see one stuck right over here. I don't know if you can pull it up.
It decorates itself.
And it'll pull the shells up.
You can see that on the camera there.
And it'll cover itself up with shells.
Okay.
Or any other thing that it can find to keep it basically shaded.
Cool. Very cool. Now, when we come back after the break, we've got an extra special treat. I understand you had something born about a week ago.
We did. We were lucky enough to have 5 baby southern stingrays born in our main tank. It was actually quite shocking. We weren't expecting it. So it's a new added feature that we have, and I brought one of the babies with us.
Okay, looking forward to that right when we come back. As promised, a baby stingray.
Yep, we have our first southern stingrays. It's actually full size. When they're born, they come out basically ready for life. The mother basically will give live birth, and then she'll swim off, and the stingrays are left to fend on their own. So when they're born, they actually are full-fledged stingrays. They have about a week's worth of food before they have to start hunting.
What do stingrays eat?
The stingrays eat a lot of different things. If I brought a jaw here just so you can see, this is from a larger stingray, but it would be, in essence, the same thing.
Yeah.
If you notice,
huge mouth.
there's really no teeth. These plates are actually used for crushing. So if I pulled the spider crab out, typically stingrays would eat like spider crabs, shrimp like that. So that's why I pulled them out. I didn't want the stingray to start dining on my crab. But basically, they'll just grab it and kind of crush it.
You also brought in one of the barbs.
I did bring a barb. Now this is kind of this would be from a very large stingray, probably about an 8-foot wide stingray. As you can see, the barb probably on this one's a lot smaller. It's maybe only a 1/2 inch.
So this is where the danger comes in with the.
This is where this is where the danger comes in. If you notice, it is tipped, I guess, where it comes basically. So if it sticks in you or whatever, it's gonna basically burrow deeper and deeper, and then it's lined with venom.
Oh.
So
I noticed on the baby, the latter half of it's black. Does that mean it's still growing, or is that natural for the? Yeah.
Yeah, the barb will continue to grow. It's like your fingernails. It'll just continue to get longer and longer and longer as the stingray grows. If for some reason the stingray would have to use the barb as a defensive mechanism, the barb will grow back just like your fingernail. So it'll pop out. The stingray will swim off, and then it'll grow a new barb.
It's a great shot. So it's okay to touch this.
It is okay to touch it. Yep. Just stay away from the barb. And the barb's kind of at the base of the body. Most people think that the barb is at the tip of the tail. It's actually not. It's more closer to the body. And what it does for a defensive mechanism.
It's so slimy.
Yeah, they're really soft though, aren't they? Most people think like they're going to be like hard or whatever. Yeah, but they're really a soft animal.
Okay, so Aaron, we're almost out of time here, but tell us a little bit more about the Sea Life Aquarium. You guys just opened up in April.
We just opened up in April. We've been having a real successful opening so far. It's been really a lot of fun. Our main tank's a 130,000 gallon tank. It's one of my favorite tanks. I've been in the aquarium industry a long time. The reason I like it is it's more, it looks like a reef. A lot of the aquariums that you go to in other cities and things like that, their main aquarium will have just really, really super big fish in it. And they'll have maybe 100 fish. We have about 1,000 fish in our main tank, and they're smaller ones, so it actually does look like a reef. We do have sharks. We have 2 brown sharks and 3 black tips. We're going to introduce a nurse shark here soon.
All right. Well, real quickly, where can people go to find out more information about this?
At sealifeus.com.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you so much for coming on. It was wonderful meeting you.
All right. Thank you.
We'll be right back.